Good morning, everyone. It is 122021, year 2021, the year we couldn't wait to get here. Let's hope that's true. What am I doing here? Okay, apply. So, I had a great idea last night because I couldn't sleep. I was going to make a video. I was going to make a video every day, one video a day for the rest of the year. It didn't matter. Small, big, just whatever. Just, there's let me see, apply a watermark. Anyways, anytime I do something stupid like that, green source. Oh, green source. Ooh. What am I looking for? I can't find it now. I don't want properties. Oh, camera overlay. Haha, there we go. Oh, there I am. I am talented. I can do that in midstream. All right. I can also go like boop, and then there. All right. See, I can make myself the center of attention. Haha. Okay. Woo. So fuck. I did not. I haven't slept all year. Like 2 hours or something. I don't know. For some reason, I got up at 9:30 yesterday. At night, couldn't sleep. Fucking microphone's working. Fuck. So I did a 15-minute thing of me just going. Nobody could hear, and of course it was probably go viral. That would be the best video I ever made, but unfortunately, it's not my preferred type of. I don't do silent movies. I don't do porn movies either. I don't know. They'd probably both bomb the same. So, if you don't want me to do a porn video or a silent video, this is the only other type of video I can do. Fuck, when I got up, and then I had to pay $25 more for my software, because that license had, I don't know which side it should be. No, it should be on that side. Does it come over here? You see it now? All right. I had to pay $25, get that turned back on, blah, 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 and then, I get all ready, and I did a 15-minute nice little fuck did, and it was shit. So then I tried to go back to bed. Didn't really happen. I was up 4 or 5 times. The only way I go to sleep, I have to turn my fucking heater on, and I live in an apartment where you either fry balls or you freeze. And so you wake up fucking sleep balls. So, my first video of the year. What the fuck did I talk about last night? Oh, I remember now. So, yesterday, I had a pretty good stick about how I want to help the homeless problem because I was homeless about 2 years ago. For about 2 years, I was homeless for a long, long time. And I didn't like it. See, of all the things, of all my bad habits, of all my, I don't know, disreputable reputation, being a bum on the streets was never an ideal mental state for me. Never wanted to be a bum, didn't like bums. Well, when I was a kid I liked bums, but kids they like clowns, whatever. But being a bum, strung out on drugs in downtown Spokane for 2 years was not ideal in any fucking sense. Even if I, wanted to be a drug addict, which I don't want to be a drug addict anymore. There was a time in my life where I was openly a fucking drug user. Yeah, I use drugs, this would be the choice I made. And we see how that turned out. So, even if I was a drug addict who thought using drugs was somehow beneficial in my life, and that's the route I wanted to take, I still wouldn't want to be a homeless bum on the streets. What I found is, when you find yourself strung out and a bum on the streets, it's really, really fucking hard to get out of that. All right, something I noticed, I don't have a lot of great habits, and when you're a bum on the street for 2 years, you lose those fuckers too. So when you do finally get a place, and you do get settled in, you're like, hey, life's going to be good again. No, the work's just starting, buddy. And that's kind of a misconception, because you're on the streets for 2 years, and you're just like, fuck, if I just had a place to live, I could fix this. And then you're like, I can't fix this. Okay, so, but let me switch it back around. I'll show you a video. I'm just going to show you a little bit of it. Hopefully I do my job. And down below, the link down below, if there's content pin posts, there'll be a link to a video. It's a good video to watch about habits on a personal level. Let's see, history. And big think. I watch a lot of videos. Oh, let me get myself out of the way here. Put myself down to the right. Bam. Okay. I do that on the fly. How many fuckers you see do that on the fly? Fuck that video editing bullshit. Anyways. Big thing. Okay, here it is.
If we often ask ourselves, okay,
Kind of geek.
what's my true self?
Kind of guy
What am
studying
I
that
good
live.
at? What am I bad at? Oftentimes we'll answer that assuming this one authentic self. So I'm just the sort of person who gets angry at little things. But I'm also the sort of person
Why are they pointing that out with me? It's like these fuckers, it's like my horoscope
so
or
that's
something.
me. And then we'll think through, okay, what's a good career for me? What are good relationships for me based on who I am? Now, again, suppose that's all wrong. Suppose those are all simply patterns we've fallen into. So,
What if those are all simply patterns we've fallen into? So I've been reading another book. I do read. I prefer reading over listening to dumb fuckers because you can close the book. If they're a dumb fucker, if they're smart, keep it open. So I'm reading a lot about habit creation. All right, creating habits takes time. It takes about 230 days to really imprint a good habit. 90 days to just kind of get it set in there, but to really make it a habit takes about 230 days of diligence in that habit. But the funny thing is, and this is, I don't have a lot of habits. When you're talented and undisciplined, you think life is easy, and it is, which, you should be grateful, which I am. But the few habits that I had that were good were foundational, and when you become homeless on the streets, like brushing your teeth, like if you're in a homeless camp, or something like that, I was kicked out of the shelter, stuff like that, I wasn't, I was pretty bad. You don't think about brushing your teeth, you think about where am I gonna fucking eat, where am I gonna stay warm, blah, blah, blah. You lose, and then, and then suddenly you think you get an apartment that you wonder why you're not self-care. It's a big fucking thing. You don't like, when you're a bum on the streets, you don't give a fuck what you look like. You lose dignity, you lose self-respect, you lose the desire to be, the desire to have the appearance. Respect is brawn, is the dirtier you are, the scarier you are, the more likely you might get what you want or not be fucked with when you're on the streets. It's a whole fucked up thing. So anyways, as I dedicate this year to my mother, I'm not even religious, but something weird happened there, we'll talk about that later. As I dedicate 2021 to her, I'm going to do these videos, just put them out there, what I'm thinking, show that I'm sober. I don't make videos high. I've been on for 2 weeks, they're just fucking pathetic. But no, I don't do anything interesting when I'm high. Funny. You might find it interesting. I find it kind of embarrassing. But anyways, it just, getting off track. I would like to contribute to the improving of helping the homeless because the way most big cities are helping the homeless seems to be only causing more homelessness and just as much suffering. Even though that's not what their goal is, we're going to assume they're not trying to build an industry of homeless people. We're going to assume that's not their goal, even though it turns out that's what we end up with. You have people on the right, the pick yourself up by the bootstraps, which is a good theory but it doesn't fit all the time. Then you have the left who believes in giving the homeless everything they need, giving them gifts and food so that, you know, they're not suffering so bad they can't see straight, which is also a necessary part. But these two sides fight a lot about how they integrate their different philosophies, and pretty much they just call each other names. It's a pissing match. So me being who I am, mostly conservative but very liberal-minded, you know, type guy. I'm like, you know, when conservatives break the law, we do it well. You know, whatever, we do it with morals. But their society is missing a piece of that puzzle, and so it doesn't seem like much is getting helped in all this help. I've thought a lot about this subject. You know, I came up with what I called a homeless super center, which Seattle, by the way, it has something in development, which may be a good thing. But here's a problem I'm thinking of because of this video. Hopefully I'll leave a link down below. Are we teaching our homeless habits of homelessness, which creates most likely a long-term homeless person, versus teaching them the habits that they need to keep intact so that when opportunity arises, it just doesn't go poof out the window. On top of, I mean, there's logistic problems with how these people are running their homeless systems. There's problems there. Hey, I can fuck with the UGM, and I can fuck with the like the more secular, what is it called, the House of Charity. There's problems systematically in both of their approaches that are very good, are very exactly what we need, and then there's gaping holes in those systems that people fall through in abundance, which if you're not going to fix those holes, then you need another system to collect those souls, or soullessness, whatever. All right. These are problems I'd like to address. I feel I have the mind, I feel I have the experience, I feel I have what it takes. All right. So that's my first video of the year. It comes on a day late, what's fucking new there, but I couldn't get my computer system going, and yeah, so there's me again, right there. So, in the link below, this is a good video on a personal level to watch, right? Just, man, habits, yeah, so, you know, as young, outgoing, freshly untethered stallions and racehorses, we believe that all of our great qualities were whether learned from our parents or magically gifted to us from some being beyond, which, you know, one day you realize, no, you just had some good habits that fulfills 75% of your responsibility every day. Therefore, most days are easy because you don't have to think much because you're just doing what's happening. Here's the thing before I go. You see, it takes this much energy if you're doing something out of habit, whether it's the garbage, whether it's the dishes, whether it's going to work. It's a habit. It doesn't take much energy. You just go through it. There's something about this willpower and habits. Because if you try to do the same thing that isn't a habit, it takes a lot of your energy. Oh, that was difficult. Why was that difficult? Because it's no longer a habit. And for some reason, when you can macro certain processes into a habit, it becomes a more efficient willpower thing. So it's a lot easier to do things, amazingly more easier. And so if you found yourself going, why is life so hard? You've probably unknowingly and somehow lost a few habits that you didn't realize were fundamental to your well-being. And you have to work on getting those habits back integrated so life can become smooth and easy again. And I'm talking about looking at the homeless problem in a way where, are we teaching our homeless habits that are not the right habits, right? Are we not paying attention to what we're doing to them by making them go here for lunch, there for dinner, and are by keeping them all together, are they teaching each other willingly these habits? And is that at the root of why would people stay homeless? Why would people want to stay down there? I fucking didn't, but I still was. So yeah, these are things I'd like to address as I dedicate this year to my mother, 2021, stay clean and sober, and try to do something positive. So there is my January 1st video on January 2nd. Check on everyone you care about, make sure they're okay, and check a lot. We will get through this, and vote for Cameron Bessie in 2024. Yeah, I'm already making a push for governor again. Didn't go so hot the first time, but, you know, try again. Have a good day, everyone.